and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working in I'm going to be working in the passport again for the little notebook that could. I did promise after collage sheets had been dropped that we would return to the little book and get going on it, because I am really going to enjoy, I really have enjoyed the process, even though it's only been such a short little process. I'm actually really loving this little baby. I think it's going to end up being such a cute little book when it's finished. It's going to be fat, let's be real. We know it's going to be ginormous, and that's all good by me. I like a little fat book. I am going to be using some of the things from my Use It or Lose It box as well. It's over on this side of the desk here, so I'm going to grab it in a minute. But I'm also going to be having a play with this item that I picked up on the weekend called Liquid Gouache, and I picked it up in the white. Because I'm trying to find a replacement for single-use gel pens, and I thought this might do the trick. I've also got that Copic marker stuff that I bought from Japan, so I'm going to test them head to head in this video to have a look to see if they're any good. I will probably use a paintbrush, not a... Well, I've got a dip pen. I do have a dip pen. Where did I put it? It's somewhere. I will find that. I have a pink one, so I can definitely trial that. My autofocus is having a bit of a tanty, but yeah, so that is what we're going to have a play with today, and a few of the other bits and pieces in my Use It or Lose It box. I've got my paint markers in there at the moment, so I used them in here I think last time. Or maybe I didn't. I was just using the acrylic paint that you guys were super interested in. Some of that is still in there. And I actually have other colors, which I'm going to go grab now, because I know that I said that I had other colors besides the pink and stuff. So I'm going to show you the few other colors I have. Because they're in a drawer, I don't pick them up. I grabbed the pink and the mushroom grey because I can see them, but I have blues and stuff in a drawer over there that I don't pick out and use, so I guess they become part of Use It or Lose It, because they're not being used, they're being hidden away, gone, and slightly forgotten. I shouldn't say gone but not forgotten. They're gone and slightly forgotten. So that's totally part of the challenge, is to use it or lose it. And I know I love those paints because I really love using the pink ones, and they're nice and matte and they're great for working with, and so you can sketch over them and it doesn't leave that sort of crazy plastic feel like some of the paint markers, like the Liquitex paint markers. I bought a whole heap of them and I do love them, but they do leave that sort of plastic shiny top. So I use these as toppers, as like a last resort. If I know I'm not going to draw on it, I'm not going to write on it, I will use these. But when I want to use something that I know is going to have stuff put on it, I will definitely always go for the Posca paint markers. And I really want to buy the whole set. I really do. But I'm holding myself back because I do love all the colors. I have quite a collection of them, so I don't need lime green and all that sort of stuff. But man, I love paint markers so much. They're just so handy. This one's actually a pink glitter, and I don't use this one very much because of the fact that it's glitter. But yeah, I've got a few random... These ones are aqua painters, so they sound like... But yeah, this is some of them, but I have a whole heap of them in my Use It or Lose It box. But before I get distracted, I'm going to go get the paper artsy paint. I'm going to go grab the Copic marker alternative for this, because I know it's in the dining room. And then we're going to have a play. I'm going to pull out that book that I showed you, the One Woman 100 Faces, and I'm going to start hacking that up because I talked about using it in my last video and I never touched it. So I would like to build some collaged bits and bobs in my little journal with stuff like my own photos and stuff, so sort of a morph between the two. I did consider painting a Nook dweller too, because I kind of like the idea of having Nook portraits all throughout here, and I think they would be really cute on this size. So that's kind of where my thought process is going. I will have this as sped up. and voiceover, but I'll probably come and check in like I did last time. So I will do minimal amount of voiceover. I will talk you through products if I feel I need to mention them. I know I got a lot of questions about colors and things that I used in the beginning of this book. So now that I know that you guys want to actually know specifics, if I think it's something that you guys would like, or if I'm using something you haven't seen me use before, then I'll definitely either stop the video and chat to you about it, or I'll just pop it in the voiceover. I just need to make notes of what I use so that I can remember when I'm sitting down to do the voiceover to give you the information that you need. All right, let's get going. Get all your supplies out, get your journal out, get whatever you want to work on out. Grab a cuppa, grab a hot drink, cold drink, grab a wine if you so induce if you so wish. Oh my goodness, it's Friday afternoon. It's just started raining and I've been procrastinating all day because The Bachelor has stolen my heart. I will not admit it. I am not ashamed, but The Bachelor, it's some good quality watching. Okay, before I go any further, I'm going to test the liquid gouache against the Copic marker, and I thought I'd put it on some black paper so it was the easiest to see for you guys. So yeah, there's the two there, and this was the best one. I think I bought two while I was in Japan, and this Copic one was the best. So I'm going to use the same brush so it's better. Let me just give it a good shake because it's been sitting on, almost threw it across the room. Sitting on my table. It's got a really fine tip applicator that you can see, so I'll show you what it looks like that. But I'm going to use a really tiny brush. So let's do it down here. Now this is the Copic, what do they call it? Opaque white. And I really liked it. It was super white compared to the other one that I bought in Japan. The other one was such a disappointment. But this one was really, really nice. And a little went a long way. So you can see there that it's got quite a lot of distance, which was really, really nice. So this one was good and I was like, okay, cool. I've never seen this in Australia. I still to this date haven't seen it. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, just means I don't look hard enough, or the places that I get my stuff from don't have it. But this I think was $10 from Riot Art Supply stores, and it's by the brand William Mitchell. So I'm not even quite sure about, I've never heard of that brand. So let's see. It is opaque. Doesn't go as far as the Copic. So you can see after like 1, 2, 3 strokes. Let's see if I can do it the same sort of. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before it starts to get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5 seems to be where the liquid gouache goes before it starts to get that sort of, you can see the black through it. But it's a good alternative if you can't find the Copic marker one, especially if you're an Aussie. It could definitely work for like highlights and things if you don't want to use a single-use white pen, which once mine are done, I'm on the hunt for trying to find something that would replace a gel pen for me. And definitely I would have to get a little bit better with my like fine brush skills, because I don't think I think I'd have trouble using a dip pen, but I'm okay with holding a tiny brush. So to just be like a tiny brush pen. So I think I could get used to that. But yeah, I'm still loving this. And obviously this will take me a really long time to use up because I don't use very much of it when I use my pen. But I wonder if I could put it inside a fountain pen and I would maybe try like one of the really cheap ones to try it out, because I would like to still be able to draw, and I don't think I have the dexterity to draw with a paintbrush the way I would with a white gel pen. But you never know, I may have no choice but to learn and to just grow and all that sort of stuff. So there's a little bit of a comparison for you. Thought, I know everyone is always looking for a really good white paint or white ink. So that is the William Mitchell. If I can find where to get it online, I'll put a link down below. And same with this one. I actually haven't sourced out anywhere in Australia if they have it, because I already have a bottle, but I'll see if I can find one in Oz, but I'll see if I can find links to both of them wherever I can on the internet down below if you're interested. But that's kind of not what this video is about. I just thought I'd throw it in there to show you, because I picked that up on the weekend and I was like, I wonder how it stacks up to that beautiful opaque white that I got in Japan. So yeah, when I go back to Japan, I will definitely be picking up a second bottle, and I'll probably get one for a giveaway, because I think it's really good and I think people would enjoy it. So now I gotta work out what I want to do. This is actually that gouache in there. That was what I was playing with before, and that was over a bit of ink, distress stain, something. It was one of those things. So it's still very doable. I probably could have sat there and covered the whole page in white dots, which would be very, very boring footage to look at. But yeah, let's get started. I think I've said that like 3 times now and I get distracted, but it is now time to sit down and make some art. I have a whole heap of paper to the side of me, so I'm going to grab that. But I think I want to quickly put together a little background, maybe paint a nook. I also want to include this somewhere. This was Lily's, one of Lily's versions of one of my steam sprites. And I probably will put a version in here as well, because I thought that would be a really cute idea. I thought about putting it in my journal, but at the same time, I think it would look really cute in here somehow. I just got to work out. I don't want to cut it, so I may have to like fold it into the seam and glue it down, and then maybe paint a little steam stripe in the background, like a little collab piece. Yeah, I like that idea. She'll like that idea too. She'll be like, mine's in the front because mine's better, Mom. Okay, so I've got my book out and I've realized, oh dear. I realized that the items in this book are just too massive to actually cut down, because this book is so huge. Let me find the piece that I just cut out thinking that I would use it in the book, and then laughed at myself. And now I've got to find it. Here it is. So I cut out this chick's hair because I was like, yeah, I could turn that into something really, really cool. And I thought, oh yeah. And then I looked at my tiny little book, and it just would, it's too big. So I'm going to have to veto this idea and use maybe this in my big TN, make like a collage only TN. But yeah, that has to, it's too big. So let's try again, shall we? Let me put this down and then show you. These are the other colors that I've got. So I've got Baltic Blue and Space Cadet, London Night, which is a beautiful like mushroom color, and the other color I have is Rose. So I have the pale pinks and the cherry blossom, and then this one, which is Rose, which is the darker pink. So I have those as well. So I'll put them on my desk. And now that I'm not doing the collage, I guess I'll just get right into making the video. So yeah, let's get going.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no, Been walking down the street so many times my feet know every brick and stone could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart.
Next morning, ready to take on. Even though I played a little bit yesterday, I was just not feeling it, so I thought I'm not going to force it. I'm going to go and work on some other stuff so that my brain can have a break. So I sat there, I did sit and cut things so that when I came back to my table today, I'd be a little less like overwhelmed. This little guy I got printed accidentally when I was doing my collage sheets, and I said to the guy, can you size this down to 50%? And because I wanted to use this as a tip-in for my big A5, and because I'd made him so large, 50% would have been perfect for my journal, but he heard 15%. So I had this tiny little baby Steam Spirit, and I was like, oh, and I didn't have the heart to tell him that he'd made a mistake, so I just kept it. Thought I'll use it one day, and I found it accidentally yesterday while I was looking, and it's actually the perfect size for my little passport. So he will get to move into here somewhere. I've just been playing around with where I want to put him. I've got my clear tape with me so that I can add that without having any sort of combative without having washi tape trying to like overthrow it. I like to use for acetate tip-ins clear tape, just so it just keeps it nice and seamless. And I've just been trying to play around. Oh, I like the idea of him sitting there sort of giving her side eye. I do like that. We might put him right there. I didn't try him there last night. I had him on his own, but then if I flip him that way, I think I tried him here and he got a little bit lost in the flowers. He looks the best against this, but this will all get covered up with like drawings and stuff. So maybe I will just put him here. Maybe I will stick him there. I've cut out some eyeballs. I cut out another one of the Steam Spirits. I cut a few bits and pieces of the collage sheets because I know sometimes you guys enjoy seeing me how I would use these collage sheet items. Let's put him right there. Yes, yes, I like that. Do I need to put a little bit of tape there? That's better. Awesome, awesome. Oh, did I tape it in the wrong way? I did. What an idiot. I want him that way. This is what happens. I get cocky. I get cocky and I make mistakes. I meant to give her side eye. Okay.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our marks that turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Last forever. Take me back to when we were kids and didn't care if we were acting stupid, cause all we had was us. If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you because now I see we were meant to be. Where are you now? Heard you live far away, but just tell me where and I'll come see ya. Cause I'm afraid that I'll end up here alone. Hope you'll understand how much I need ya. Take me back to when we were kids and didn't care if we were acting stupid, cause all we had was us. If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you because now I see we were meant to be. Acting stupid, cause all we had was us. If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the
figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
I'm trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood.
Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me. No, I can't get enough of what you do.
I'll give you my everything. It's not much, but it's all I have.
You know we could run to a place where we belong, but I need you there with me to go on. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like
As luck would have it, when I looked up at my camera, it wasn't recording the last part that brought all those nuances together, and I've had a bit of issue with my camera a little bit. It's like making card errors and not stopping filming, so I think I'm gonna have to go take it back to Canon and see what's wrong with it because it's driving me insane. And so I thought I'd just chat you through a few of the bits and pieces, and this is the second time recording this part of the video because I was almost at the end and I was just aligning things as I chatted away to you, and then I got a memory card error, which meant that all that section that I just recorded, like all the chatty bit for the end, was not recorded either. It corrupts it. I don't know what it's doing. Just sending me mental. So this little spread is definitely something that I had a ball with, and that's why I wasn't looking up at the camera, and that went from creating something for you guys to show you to creating something for me that I totally loved and was really enjoying, which meant that I became focused on this instead of looking up and down. Normally I will look up and down at my screen to make sure I'm in focus, I'm in frame, what I'm doing is easily seen, but because I got so involved in the artwork, which doesn't happen very often, and was having so much fun, I forgot to look up and check that everything was going accordingly and everything was recording, which I guess is a good thing, but at the same time it's a bad thing. Because you miss like the little bit of me creating the hair, which was part of the this month's collage sheet, was one of the backgrounds. So I cut around some of the leaves that were sitting here and just sort of push that in to make some hair. And then this little guy here was part of your mini set. I sort of, you know, used some of Tisha Moore's collage sheets, which I have from being an artstronaut, and I absolutely adore her work. She is like my favorite. And I've just sort of added all the bits and pieces, added some pen work, which this isn't at finished yet. This would add, I'd have pen work and stuff, but because I've got to go do Build-A-Bear, I thought I'd just stop here. And I was sitting here thinking that this would be so, I haven't done a spread where I've created a double spread and I've just gone through the motions of creating like almost like a story, like a feeling of like creatures in a world, and I've never done that before. And I was thinking about how cool that would be to do that on a larger scale, and then I thought maybe I could create something like that in my big pink TN, create huge collage pieces with huge blocks of color, and using that massive book that I've got from the newsagent, the One Woman 100 Faces, because they are large scale things. So that idea was swirling around in my head as I was doing this, because I was like, oh, I'm really enjoying this. I'm having quite a lot of fun. And don't get me wrong, I love my job, but there are sometimes creating on command gets a bit stressful, and you think, oh, am I going to do it right? Am I going to enjoy it? Not am I going to enjoy it. I enjoy everything I do, but I worry that it won't be enough. But I really just totally had a total blast just sitting down and converting collage sheet elements for you. Every month you guys show me some crazy combinations. You Frankenstein these elements and make up your own things. You're adding multiple artists' work in there. You're doing things with my sheets that I wouldn't have put together, and they just blow my mind, and then they re-inspire me, and then it becomes a cycle of inspiration. And so I don't normally do that, because by the time I'm done like drawing them, editing them, scanning them, I'm sick of looking at them. So it's not very often that you'll see me sit down and work with the collage sheets, but I think it definitely needs to happen, because I had a blast today. And it's like those postcards that I did when I was collaging with some of my elements on the postcards. I remember having a blast with that too. So maybe I need to stop being such a wuss and start working with my collage sheets as well. I just really had a lot of fun, and I definitely would sit here and add more pen work and line work and just start defining things and adding things and blocking out sections of color so that it's not so busy. But I really like how this little book is progressing. And someone asked me if it's going to be a written journal. I'm pretty sure I already answered that in the intro. No, it won't be. It'll just be a book of creativity basically, and then adding almost like a junk journal, but like a little bit more, because junk journals you normally create like all the pages are part of junky as well, whereas this is like an insert, but it's really, that spine is gonna bust, I reckon. And so I've added all bits and pieces so that I don't have blank pages to come to. Oh, that bled right through, but that's okay. That looks cute too. All good. So this is again the Midori's little sketchbook Midori inserts, holding up pretty well to the abuse. It's doing all right, but I can't wait to see how it will morph and change. I can't wait to do more of this sort of thing. I need to glue down some of my edges, and this, because I taped it so close to that crevice, it's just not sitting nicely in there, so that's gonna annoy me until I get a Stanley knife and cut that down, I think. But yeah, I am really happy with how this little baby turned out today. It's still got a long way to go, but it's definitely a good foundation. So my challenge for you today is to get out your collage sheets and to create a doubles page spread in your journal or your art journal or your planner, or even on a tip-in. Create something using the collage sheets, and I want you to make sure you Frankenstein what you do. I want you to create a character or a creature with collage sheets. It doesn't have to be just mine. If you're pledged to other creators or you've got collage sheets from different areas, use them. I want to see a creature created Frankensteined from collage elements. So that's my one challenge to you for this video. And I want to see the creatures that you create. I'm going to take a photo of this. I'm going to put it in the Facebook group, and that will be the thread where you put all your creations, and it'll be fantastic to see how people Frankenstein their stuff together. You don't have to do like a completely like full-blown page. You could just do one creature, and you can be happy with that. I love doing single creatures. They work really, really well. So I think that'll be a nice challenge for us to tackle, because I definitely want to sit down and like create some more, because it's got my what's that word? It's got my feelers like firing off. And when yesterday, if I had tried to create this yesterday, it would have been a completely different image, because I was like tapped out yesterday creatively. I'd been go all week making content, trying to brainstorm content for Spellbinders, trying to do 50 million things, not Etsy videos, YouTube videos for here. I was just like, I'm tired and it's Friday. So I'm glad that I stepped away from my desk. I didn't push myself or force myself to make something that I didn't have my heart in, because this wouldn't have happened. And I love this, and I want to create artwork for you guys that I love, because I know that passion creates passion. It's like creativity begets creativity. I will be totally inspired by someone if they are fully passionate about what they're doing. And I know this because I watch people that are passionate about what they do, and then it reinvigorates me to get passionate all over again. So yeah, definitely I want to see you Frankenstein some characters in your journals, and I want to see if I can pick out what elements you used. That'll be interesting as well. If you use obviously like James Burke, or if you use Ali's, or if you use Adele's inky quills, anyone's elements, I may not know, because but I can definitely probably see their styles quickly. We're very distinct in our styles, so it'll be easy for me to pop out and know if you've used whatever you've used. Or you may use magazine clippings and no one else's collage sheets. That'd be a cool challenge as well. Anyway, that is it. I've got to go do Build-A-Bear with 3 small humans, and that is me done for today. Have a wonderful weekend, Inkies. I am totally enjoying the little passport thing, so there'll definitely be more videos of me creating in here. It is a challenge because it's scaled right down, especially when I got out that big book and I was like, whoa, even an eyeball will take up half a page. So yeah, but I think this is going to be a really cool book once it's finished. If you're enjoying more of the passport videos and want to see more of this, let me know and I'll keep making them for you, because I totally enjoy it. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!